Hey guys, it's Yang. I played a Comic-Con tourney over the weekend and I placed top 8, finished 4-2 record with Onomat Ryzeal. So I'll go ahead and showcase you guys what did I play. So there was 2 Ice Ryzeal. I've had a lot of fun with this deck. By the way, I was just hand ripping everybody with the Worlds. It was really fun. Obviously, my opponent would say otherwise. They are not having fun. Starting though with their hand only 2 to 3 cards a lot of the time. Even though I'm only seeing them for 2, I'm usually doing it through like 1 to 3 hand traps. So they're not gonna have that much cards left after that. And they still have to deal with a detonator, cross, and hand traps of my own. Also 3 Dodo Warrior, so I'll go ahead and... So the Ryzeal stuff is very basic, self-explanatory. So Dodo Warrior is probably the best one. You can send a glove as cost, and then this summons as a level 4. And if it gets detached as a material to activate an effect, XC monster effect, it add a Zubaba. So Zubaba will be this one. This guy is really good. It's an extender if you control Zubaba or Gagaga. So it's mostly going to be the Gagaga girl that we're gonna control, and this can bring back either the glove or the golem, not golem, go Goblin Bird. So Goblin Bird on normal summon, it summons one from hand, deck, or graveyard, and on detach, it can activate to add a Dodo. And one Gambara Knight, and when he's detached, you can add a Go. So they all revolve around adding each other, and this is a new card which acts as all 4 of those: Zubaba, Gagaga, Go, Dodo, and it can special summon if you control one of those monsters from the hand, and then its graveyard effects let you recycle 2 XC monsters, which comes up because you sometimes you want to recycle the detonator. So hand traps, my deck count is 41, by the way. We got 3 more Charmy. Probably the MVP hand trap of the day. We got 3 Ash. I decided to main deck draw even though it's very average, because you could run into Draco Tail, even Yummy. It's very mid. But the deck's biggest weakness was Mitsurugi, which that's the deck that took me out. Shout out to Kyle for taking it all the way. 2 Bell. Bell was alright. We got because I beat like 3 Yummy decks, I didn't even need Bell, so I was like, it didn't even come up because Yummy is very easy to beat apparently. 1 Nib. I decided to just play 1 Nib, and this is probably the second or the MVP of the deck. I either hard open it and then I just nib them. Obviously I didn't tell them I only play 1 Nib, but I only play 1 Nib. That's crazy. Yeah, Nib was definitely put in a lot of work for 1 copy. Definitely overperformed. 3/7 Tachyon, very self-explanatory. So it was 40. I decided to add another Onomat Pyra because this is just consistency, and this is full combo. You have to discard a card too, send a card from hand to graveyard, and it adds one of each of the names. So a lot of the time, I would, if I open Ryzeal and 7 Tachyon, I would 7 Tachyon to search this, and then make Gagaga girl, and then the girl would search this, and then that will, because this detach will add the golem. Well, I mean, I keep calling this golem. We'll add the Goblin Bird, and then Pyra activate, send a card. I'll add these 2, and then once Goblin Bird gets detached, you can get a Kage to your hand as well. So you're making rank 4s for days in this deck. And to make sure we are making rank 4s for days, I decided to main deck these 2 cards as well. And then for consistency, we have Bonfire and Pots, and then Talents and Cross. And then the last 3 cards are Imperms. That's 41. Obviously, you can make it a play 40. But as long as Mitsu is in the format as like the top 3 decks, this deck is gonna be really hard unless there's a easier solution to beat that deck. For the extra deck, I have Detonator, Dual Drive, Dual Drive. I summon all the cards. I've used all the cards in my extra deck, by the way. So I don't know if I would change anything. There's Twins, there's Castell, there's Emerald, there's Gaga Girl, there's Baguska, Exciton Knight. Probably a rank 4 that I made a lot trying to break boards, because I will have like extenders in my hand for days after baiting out stuff with that. I think the only card I did not make was Zeus. I made it once. I think I still lost that game, so. But we'll see though. And then the Masquerade for the 7 Tachyon. And then obviously the Man of the Hour, the Ouroboros, and then the 2 X targets to send. They all put in work, like I said, so I don't know what I would change, what I would add to it especially. Side deck, I have, I was siding very strongly to go first. 2 Iron Thunder and Solemn Judgment, essentially 3 Solemn Judgments. And then I was siding Fragrance as well. I was siding another copy of Searchable Solemn Judgment. So you go Gaga Girl, search this. If you don't plan on Ouroborosing people past game 1, because they're gonna be prepared for you, because a lot of the time they're gonna have like after siding they're gonna have draw, so you can side this, you can search this with Gaga Girl, and you have a Solemn on top of that if they draw you. And then a Plasma Hole. For Dracotail, I have Retaliating Seas. And for Yummies, I had Cycle Readers. Both of these didn't really come up, so I don't know how effective they are. I know Retaliating Sea is good if their first action is like Rahu, Ketu, or Poly. 3 Raigeki. I decided that instead of the Duster, Lightning Storm, I decided to just go 3 Raigeki. They were okay. I didn't see them to say if they're good or not good. But yeah, that's the Onomat Ryzeal deck. I will continue to play this deck, because this deck is just really fun, and I love XC summoning. That's my favorite summoning mechanic. But do comment and like the video, and down below, like and subscribe, and I'll make more Genesis deck profile. Bye bye.